Chris, can you introduce yourself and where we are?
Sure, my name's Chris Gard. I'm president of Deloraine Table Tennis League. We've been supporting table tennis for 30 years in Deloraine and the broader area. We are at our headquarters, which is the Meander Valley Performing Arts Centre, better known as the Little Theatre. We also now have bocce as part of our club. Bocce's a Paralympic sport, so they come in under our insurance, and there's a bocce court here at this facility. So we're gradually trying to build up bocce as a sport in Deloraine.
Why do you love table tennis?
To be honest, I don't. I love its potential to build community and connection because it's a wonderful sport. You can play in any way, at any level, with any ability, and you can talk to the person while you're playing. So that's why I prefer table tennis to other sports which are a little bit more disconnected.
Do you think that's why other people also like it?
I do, especially we're one of Tasmania's biggest table tennis clubs. We have 4 times the number of players that Launceston has, and I think that's because we have a more recreational focus, more inclusive. We encourage beginners, we welcome people, and I think that's the trend in sport more generally, is people want to just play sport rather than to become an elite player, just to have fun, to relax, to meet people. Yeah, and that's what we try and emphasise at our club, and always have.
Can you talk a little bit about the number of people, members and people who play, when they play, that sort of thing?
Sure. We've grown quite a lot in the last few years. We started off, dawn of COVID, we had less than 20 players, and we're on the cusp of folding. Different, especially working in schools. Since then, we have a very strong inclusion disability program. And now we've gone from maybe 20 members, playing members a few years ago, to about 70 members now, which puts us perhaps, excluding the big clubs in Hobart, we're one of the biggest clubs in Tasmania. We play social competition Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock, and that's a team-based competition with different levels. The emphasis is on having fun, so we have all sorts of abilities, from top players who would play sort of a top level competition in Tasmania down to beginners. We have a Thursday after school program which continues all year in the holidays as well, and that's from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and that is obviously targeted at school students but also for players living with disability, and it's just a nice model for how everyone can come and play together and have fun. And to support that, we have a table tennis robot, and we also have a VR headset, thanks to grants, the last one being a council grant, which is intention being that primary kids will come and try virtual table tennis and then get hooked on the real thing. But that's been a big success. We also have Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, which is just pitched as practice, but that's actually grown dramatically. We get 20 to 30 people coming for that, and families in particular have found that a good time where they can come together and play. It's a cheap sport, it should be, and it is. We charge a gold coin to play on Thursday and on Sunday, and Wednesday nights it's $2 for school age, $5 for adults, and all the equipment's supplied. So therefore, with the cost of living going up, we've found ourselves a niche, which is a cheap sport that brings people together, and people can feel relaxed no matter what their ability, what their experience with sport is. A lot of people we find who come here have not played sport at all, didn't think they could, and very quickly they find they can enjoy it. We also play once a month a competition with other clubs, and it's either at our venue or at Port Sorell. Port Sorell Table Tennis Club's an excellent club. We both have a similar philosophy, and it rotates between venues. We get 30 plus players coming from Devonport, Burnie, Launceston to play in that. And in February each year we host the Tasmanian Championships. It's actually with Port Sorell. They are the ones who take the lead, but we have a better venue. We do it at the community complex, and it's Tasmania's biggest table tennis championships. And next year we'll also be hosting the Tasmanian Primary Schools Championships. which was held 3 weeks ago, and Deloraine Primary School won 3 of the 4 competitions and had 6 of the 8 players in the finals.
My next question was, are there any particularly good players?
We have one exceptional player
Yeah.
whose name is Ravinka. He's a level above us. And it's testament to him that he comes and plays because he sees the community side to this club rather than it being about elite sport. So, but we have 4, 5, 6 players who would play in the top level of most competitions, but he's an exceptional player.
How old is Ravi?
He'd be 24, 25. He became an Australian citizen a couple of months ago.
Do you have some goals or aims for the club moving forward?
I think we're about where we want to be with membership. Any bigger becomes hard to juggle. The critical problem for us and for all volunteer-run community organisations is having people to run it. We're no different. We're only a heart attack away from struggling. A month ago, Burnie Table Tennis Club folded. It's across the board. I don't have any solutions for it, but one thing that we've tried to do is to become more of a community club, because I think people who have the time are more likely to invest their time in a community club rather than a sporting club. And we have indeed found now that we've got 3, 4, 5 people who put in their head up, young people, to take on some of the roles that need to be filled. But yeah, so that's our critical challenge, is to try and shore up what we've done over the last few years.
What's your favourite part of the Meander Valley?
That's a lovely question. I love where I live, which is Wagina, but I didn't grow up in Tasmania. I grew up in the Northern Territory, but every time I travel around Tasmania and come back to Meander Valley, I just think, wow, this is it. This is the best part of Tassie. So I would say the Gard Range, Mersey River, Wagina, but that's just because I live there.